Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo, the relationship and marriage counselor, he says something that I tend to both agree with and somehow slightly disagree with. He said that women, one of the mistakes women make in marriages is that they want to train their men. That as a woman, you shouldn't train your men. You shouldn't train your husband. You should love him. Now, it is your child that you should train. I agree with that. Now, this is the problem. Every reasonable woman, every wise and reasonable woman has that tendency to want to train the husband. It's the truth. And he said it's a mistake. Men don't like that. Good and fine. But that mistake is not something that the women are supposed to be the one to correct it, because it is going to be difficult to correct. It is going to be difficult to correct because societally there is something wrong already. Something is wrong. What is wrong? What is wrong is that we train our women to be good mothers, but nobody is training their sons to be good husbands. We train our women on household skills, how to be a good wife, how to be a good mom. Nobody is training their son. Let me not say nobody. Let's say 3% out of the fathers in the country are the ones that are actually training their sons on how to be a good father and a good man and a good husband. Others just allow the son to grow up and learn from the society by themselves. And you don't blame these men because they grew. In fact, growing up, sometimes I try to imagine what it is growing up as a man. A situation where nobody is taking you hand in hand, telling you what it takes to be a man, how to act as a man, how to reason as a man. That is why it's as if in this country, men seek the validation of their fellow men much more than anything you can think of. If a fellow man should call another man woman rapper, he will go home and start thinking about it. Why? Because that training to make the man know his identity, know who he is, did not come from the father. They leave their sons to be raised by the society. The society gives the man the mentality of who he should be. The society makes the man feel, okay, this is how a man should feel, this is how a man should be, which is the orientation that should come from a father. And then the woman gets married to this man and begins to see that there is a lot of things that needs to be brought together, a lot of things that should be put in place in his life, maybe in the way he talks, in the way he reasons, in the way he does his things. And then when she wants to try to correct these things, it looks as if she's trying to train him. She's not trying to train him. There are just some things that should be in place in the life of somebody who is going to be a husband and a father. And fathers of this society are not doing enough to embed that in their sons. So when the woman gets married to him, she tries to bring out that in him, to embed that in him. And then he himself, the society having told him that don't listen to a woman, you should be in charge, you should be in this, will now think that the woman is trying to control him. And instead of trying to listen to maybe one or two things that the woman is saying, okay, you need to work on this, you need to correct this, he starts to fight it, starts to work against it to prove that he is actually the man. And then in most cases you begin to see some squabbles. There are so many squabbles in marital issues that if you listen to it, it's either you don't understand it or you can't even explain it. This is where all these things are coming from. She's controlling her husband, she's doing this, she's doing that. It's because it may not totally look like it is a control. Although to us it may look like control, but in reality she is trying to put something in place in the marriage and the life of the man is trying to fight it. Because truth be told, like Kingsley Okonkwo said, the woman shouldn't be the one to train him. He should have been trained before she married him, but he wasn't. So she has to try to make some adjustments in the way he does his things, in the way he reasons, the attitude and everything. That is why if it's a woman that is dogged, she'll keep working patiently until that result begins to show. And that's why you see, maybe you've known this man for a very long time, he's a very rough person and all that, but as time goes by in marriage, you begin to see there's a lot of changes and all that. It's because finally he's beginning to realize a lot of things. Fathers, please take your time. Those things you didn't know as you were growing up, that you eventually knew as you grew up about manhood, teach it to your sons. Teach them how to be good fathers, so that when he gets married, instead of the wife trying to train him in what he's supposed to know, she will actually be following and learning from him, from what he has already known.